start. We are born again. Open your heart. Spend this time in your head.
I want to welcome everybody back. I'm doing something a little bit different. This is not the Fab Four. We got to find another name for you guys. So introduce yourselves real quick for those who may not know who you are.
Hey, I'm Kelly Hogan and carnivore 12 and a half years, and I'm excited to be on your channel again, Amy. Thank you for having me back.
Certainly. And next, Karen.
Hi, I'm Karen Miles. I'm a 2 and a quarter year carnivore. I did 2 years of low carb before that. You can find me on Instagram at karen.s.miles3, I think.
I think that's
And
right.
finally, Jackie.
And I'm Jackie, and I'm Karen's twin. So we started at the same time. So 2 years and a quarter that we started in December of 2019. And so we call ourselves the Carnivore Twins. And before that, 2.5 years of no sugar, no grain, basically low carb. And I am so happy to be here. Thank you for asking us to be on.
You are so very welcome. I thought it was time for some fun because we're always doing these educational videos. We want people to know about leptin and ghrelin, and we want them to know how they should eat. And let's just have some fun too. So
That's kind of like the bottom line on Jackie and our channel. Somebody said, Lady Carnivore, you said, Karen, what are you going to talk about? What's your thing you're going to talk about? I said, we just want to have fun. I said, no major topics, fun.
yeah,
You can learn stuff from other people. It's just have fun with it.
I love it. And I'm sorry, my computer's notifications are going to keep going off. I can't figure out how to turn it off. So if anybody out there in the YouTube world knows how to silence a MacBook's notifications when you're like recording, please tell me down below so I can turn off the darn notifications, and Kelly can do it too. Because our MacBooks keep doing it.
I think it's called focus. If you go to your focus and you set it. Anyway, I'll tell
That's
you
my
about
problem. I have no focus. Okay.
Because I do it on my phone, and it's a Apple phone, right? iPhone.
Yeah.
I changed my focus to like do not disturb or whatever. So maybe it's the same on a MacBook.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Out. I'll let y'all know when I put this up. Okay. So we could ask typical questions, or we could ask some fun questions. So I think we're going to do a blend of both. Actually, we're going to see how many questions we get through, because last time with Indigo Neely and Janet Greta and Lindsay Murphy, we made it through 12 questions.
Oh, that's good.
So I may have to start up competitions and see.
I'm very competitive.
And see
Yeah,
who
don't-
answers the most
yes.
We're going to get 13.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
You ask and we'll answer.
Question number one, and then I'll call on someone to answer so we don't all talk over each other. There we go. And then I'll go last on everything. Okay, Karen, what is your favorite TV show?
You know what? I really don't watch TV anymore, but I used to watch This Is Us, was the most recent one, but give me YouTube or I don't watch TV. This Is Us, but I don't watch it.
Jackie, how about you?
Absolutely, Little House on the Prairie. Hands down. I have a whole corner of my office that's Little House on the Prairie, and I have autographs and all that.
Aw.
My favorite.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kelly, what about you?
So we moved to this house January something, back in January, and I have not watched we haven't even turned it on since we moved here. I do not watch television, but when I was in college, I used to watch TV, and I loved the Golden Girls.
A good one.
That was my show.
Oh my gosh. Maybe that's what
One
our
question.
name will be for this one, will be Golden Girls.
Okay.
Yeah. We've now been dubbed the Golden Girls thanks to Kelly's answer.
Well, I like
Kelly
that.
and Amy are not golden girls. Sorry, Jackie. I might be a golden. Jackie's getting there, but
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
We're working on it. Okay, we'll get there someday. Let me see. Yeah, I don't watch TV either. I'm trying to think of like a million years ago, what was my favorite TV show? I can't think of a darn thing. Wow. And this is my question. You would think I would have had an answer. Fantastic. Okay, number one, done and gone. Okay, Jackie, we're going to start with you. if you got stranded on a desert island, but it had electricity, what one kitchen item would you want to have with you?
My air fryer. And his name's Brandon.
Yes. This is so easy.
This is way easy because
I love
that's
it.
the thing I
Okay.
get every single day. It's Brandon, my air fryer.
Fantastic. Okay, Kelly.
Mine is Barbara, the air fryer.
So
And-
then they can have baby air fryers, right?
They could, except she's very prudish, so I don't know if she would.
Oh, maybe not. Okay. Just kidding. Okay, Karen, what about you?
Mine's Alice Fran, AF air fryer. One time I was in Kelly's chat. She's like, Karen, you named yours. What's it called? And I like, I'll be right back. And I had to run in my kitchen to look at my little cheat sheet because I couldn't remember what it was called. AF, Alice Fran.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my gosh, I love
Hey,
that.
they're family. They're family.
They are. And I thought I was being so original when I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the air fryer with.
I mean,
No
I
name.
use it all day, every day. I have
Every
some
day.
amazing grills. I really do. I have some awesome grills. But as far as which appliance I use the most, hands down, it's the air fryer.
Hands down, the air fryer.
So if anyone is wondering what appliance they should get for their kitchen next, if you're missing an air fryer, you should get that.
Yes.
Just, a little bit of a hint there.
Two
Okay.
down. Two down.
Two
Don't
down.
worry, I got a tally mark going, girl.
Just
I
keeping you on point.
got it. It's all good. Okay. So we're gonna do just stick with some easy ones. Let me see. Kelly, what is your favorite pastime?
I love walking. I do that most every day. I walk the dog, but I also like to do anything that's mindless enough that I can talk while I do it, but requires enough attention that you can't scroll on your phone or worry too much. That's like perfect. So paint by numbers. That's my paint by number tiger. I like paint by numbers, crochet, embroidery, any type of like needlepoint kind of stuff. I just started cross stitching, but I have to really think about cross stitch. So I'm going to go with embroidering for the moment.
Okay, Karen, how about you?
Pastime. Which hat should I wear? This is my Yak sisters. This is a kayaking hat. I love to kayak. I have a whole bunch of hats here. I have another hat, river hair, don't care. I live on the river. But I have other hats too.
She's the queen of props.
But this is my favorite. I've taken this to Puerto Rico with me. You can smash it down like this. I've taken it to Jersey with me, and it's very versatile. I love to kayak. I can only do it seasonal, but me and my friends, the Yak sisters, follow us on Facebook. We rented the pool once because I want to kayak every month of the year. So January, all the waterways around here are frozen. So we rented the pool and we had to bleach our kayaks, wash and bleach them. So I said, Jeff, can you help me carry the sawhorses in the kitchen? Like, for what, Karen? It was freezing. I mean, like 20 below. I said, I want to wash my kayak in the house. I have to bleach it too. He's like, are you kidding me? If I asked to do my stuff in here, you'd say, get out of here. But I did. I had the kayak in there for 2 days in the kitchen, 10 feet, 6 inches in the middle of the kitchen at sawhorses. So I could wash it and bleach it. So I could put it in the pool. Be it a blast.
Two
That's
words.
That's hardcore.
Poor Jeff. That's all I'm saying. Poor Jeff.
He helped me carry it in. He was a good sport. He supports me in everything I do. And he loves the meat I eat. So I love him.
Yeah.
But no, so kayaking is a big passion of mine. But I love playing pickleball. I love to snowshoe. I love to hike. I like to bike. That's it.
Karen never sits down. So she has a lot of pastimes, but Karen, are you okay right now? You're in a chair. This is a very new experience for you.
Amy, I noticed your
Oh my
friend sat
God.
on an exercise ball. I thought I sit on them sometimes, not for a Zoom, but I like doing that sometimes.
Yeah.
That she was fun, by the way.
She
Which
felt
one?
so bad because everyone was like, you're making me seasick. So she said she wouldn't do that anymore. So now she stands for the videos instead.
Oh, Kelly, I like that you stand now for your videos. I like that. That's a nice touch. I like that.
Very much.
Okay.
You're
So
welcome.
Jackie, what about you? What is your favorite pastime?
Oh, it's easy. Photography. I like taking pictures. So anywhere I can go with my camera, and then everywhere it's one of those Like, you know, that show on TV about the guy about math, every number he sees things.
Yes.
That's me and photography. I just feel like I see pictures everywhere I look. So that's just my favorite thing to do. And I have way too many. I need my own server farm just for my photos. So, but I love them. I love them. And of course, if somebody needs a photo and they know I've been at that event or whatever, you know, I have them. So yeah,
She takes
love it.
such great pictures. In New Jersey
Okay.
last year, her photos were amazing. Yeah, really good.
Thank you.
So I
Kelly.
need to learn from you. I'm terrible with pictures and I don't
I
know.
don't understand the people that don't take pictures. I don't get those people at all. They just had this big momentous thing in their life and not one picture. I'm like, are you kidding?
I got to get better at that. Okay. Yeah, my list is growing. I need a kayak and I need to learn how to take pictures. Okay. Got it. So my favorite pastime, honestly, would be on the farm with the animals. And now that spring is here, we are finally able to like build things for the animals. We're able to clean up the farm. So every morning, my husband and I have been working for hours in the morning on the farm. And then he's still going to work for 8 hours in the evening. And I'm still doing all of this. But right now, it's the farm and the animals. So that's
Awesome. What do you have? What kind of animals?
okay. So
Sheep.
we have 2 sheep. We just got a mom and her lamb. They still don't like us yet because they're very new and we are very strange. And then we have 3 emus that are about 6 feet tall, 2 German shepherds. They totally count as farm animals, right? 2 ducks. That's all I have left from the duck massacre of 22. It was very sad. About 25 chickens. And then we have deer on our property. They are not ours. We lease the property, but we have like 60 deer on the property, white-tailed deer. And we
Wow.
are about to bottle feed upwards of 40 fawns this year. That's the estimated amount that are going to need to be bottle fed from sick moms, sick babies, and or too many babies. So mom wouldn't be able to support them all.
Wow.
How do you find them all? Aren't they like wandering all over your property? They come to you?
Yeah, they're all in fences. These ones are special. These are like super safe, protected, and spoiled, just like many, many cows are.
Cool.
So those are my farm animals.
Are the chickens producing eggs and you eat the eggs or?
Oh yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, it is fantastic. Oh, and 4 goslings. I forgot the stink pots downstairs in my great room right now. You walk in there and it smells like a barn.
Oh, nice.
I've got goslings in my great room right now. So yeah,
All
that
right.
all for the eggs. We go out, we get 16 eggs a day right now. We
Nice.
eat most of them.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So speaking of eggs, what, Jackie, is your favorite recipe or meal?
Wow, that's a tough one. I'd have to say steak and lobster. And the steak would be a medium rare filet mignon. Yeah. And lobster with a butter, the clarified butter thing. And I do put lemon on it. I mean, not right now because I'm doing an experiment, beef only right now, but that's my favorite meal. And I want it like every special occasion. That's what I asked for.
I love that answer. We should all just go, yeah, vote me
Yeah,
too. So
sounds
yeah,
good.
Karen, what about you?
Man, I've had more ribeye since being carnivore the last 2+ years than I've ever had in my life. I had more steak I ever had. When my mother used to make steak, she just overcooked it. The pork chops were overcooked, the steak was overcooked. Give me a medium rare. I mean, I know a lot of people do rare. I like a medium rare as well. But I just can't pass up a ribeye. But that picanha is pretty awesome too, picanha. And again, first time I ever had it was this last year. And I love it, but pork belly is so good too. Don't make me pick one. I'm just gonna say ribeye overall is my number 1, but that picanha is amazing. And pork belly, come on, you can't mess it up. And even
Runner up brisket.
Oh,
Oh, or those burnt ends. You know what I'm talking about when I say burnt ends? Oh
Yeah.
Lord, they're good.
I completely agree. Okay, Kelly, what about you?
Okay, so I do fix a lot of beef ribs at my house, flanking ribs and short ribs. I like them, but that's not my most favorite. But if you go to a barbecue place, like I have a friend who runs a place called John G's, and he will slow smoke a huge beef rib. It looks like a dinosaur has passed and you are eating its ribs. These things, I got a 2.5-pound rib. It is fall off the bone, melt in your mouth, crispy fat, but so soft. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But if I had to make it myself every day, it would probably be ribeye till death. I love ribeye.
As long as it's in the air fryer, right?
Or grill. I'm open to many different ways of cooking ribeye.
Any form of ribeye. Okay, well, Karen, you mentioned mine. Mine would be picanha from a Brazilian steakhouse because there's one that's like super clean. Love their picanha, and it needs to have a side of bacon wrapped shrimp with melted butter to dip in. With the lemon, I'll do the lemon. Yeah, I can do the lemon. So that would be mine. Okay, let's see. What?
I approve all of them.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. We can have a party on our island with our air fryers with all of that meat. Totally works. Okay, let me see. Tell me, this one's going to be a harder one. Tell me about your quest for health in 5 words. Kelly, you first.
No, I got this. Eat meat and save humans. Boom!
Yeah.
I think I've heard that before. Jackie, you ever hear that before?
Yeah. Kelly's
I've
like
seen it.
my,
I've seen it.
Kelly's like the first word in my quest.
There we go. Thank you.
Eat meat, save the humans.
Yes. I had to take out the these though.
Is that what
Okay. It was implied.
Yeah.
Mine's healing folks one ribeye at a time.
There you go. I have one.
Okay, Karen, go ahead.
Be active all the time.
Yeah, nice. And
I'm a PE teacher, Amy. I'm a PE teacher in a building, kindergarten through 5th grade. So I keep it moving, and I move.
Well, which is why you can never hold still. And that's like the perfect job for you because you can keep up with everybody.
Well, about that. Yeah.
Okay, Jackie.
Mine is keep up with Karen Miles.
Yes.
Your quest for health is just to keep up
Yeah.
with Karen.
Until you vacation with Karen, you don't know what I mean.
Oh no, I have no.
Listen, in the first
Kelly knows.
Karen met my children. And within the first minute, she had them down in the front yard doing push-ups. And they were like, okay, I'm serious.
Amy, I have pictures. I have pictures of it too. Want me to send them to you?
Yes, always.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to see that. So mine, it's I thought about this and I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. I've still not yet figured out my quest for health in 5 words because I have like you do you. That's only 3 of them. Then I have find your happy place. That's only 4. I'm still missing a word here, people.
You do you, boo-boo. There you go.
There you go.
That would be Kelly's.
Yeah. See, that's what I needed. I needed a little bit of inspiration from Kelly Hogan. I'm good.
Some made up words. Right?
You could just put that as a banner on your office,
From now on, I'm going to have it printed up and put it right here.
There you go.
Great.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Okay. So besides meat, what is one thing, Jackie, that you could not live without?
Besides meat?
Besides
Probably the
meat,
earth.
not
The
including-
earth. Being outside, the earth, being in nature. Nature is like supreme in my world because like 25 years of being inside like this and not being outside. I got to be outside.
I love that. Okay. What about you, Kelly?
I mean, I should say something really good and inspirational like that, but I'm not going to lie. It's really my phone. So just being real honest about it. As long as I have meat in my phone. Oh, I should have said like my kids or James. I'm Still gonna go with phone on this one.
Oh my Lord, Karen. Follow that.
I'm gonna say my grandkids. I have 4 granddaughters and 2 other boys, and sorry, I'm showing off, but that's showing off. Outside, I'm definitely on the outside part, but I gotta say my grandkids.
Oh, we didn't mention grandbabies. I can't live without them either.
No, she said 1. Yeah,
Oh.
grandkids. Sorry, that's what my vote is. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So yes, mine would be my kids, my family, like my immediate family, my kids, my husband. We have been through some crazy stuff in the last couple of years. And if it wasn't for them, I would probably not have continued to try, honestly, because
Awesome.
they make it worth it. And I do have 1 grandbaby for those of you who don't know.
Oh, yay.
I
You're
think
too young to have grandbabies. You're so-
my oldest, 19, they got married and got pregnant right away. So
Nice.
Nice.
I
That's
had
so
my very first
exciting.
grandbaby.
Okay,
I'm
look, for
41.
the record, if I had to choose between my kids and my phone or my imaginary grandchildren, I would choose them, okay? So stop judging. All of you watching, just stop.
I'm very glad that you don't have any grandbabies yet, Kelly. You shouldn't
No,
have
I
grandbabies.
don't. I started this kid thing pretty late in my life. My oldest is only 11, so yeah.
My parents waited 9 years to have me, and I'm the first. And so my mom was 27, I want to say, when she had me. 27. Yeah. So she waited a minute. They waited until they were ready.
I was the 3rd born, and my mother was 40 when she had me. That's old.
How'd she keep up with you?
I tried to teach her how to ride a bike when I was little. No, I'm not doing it. Come on, Ma, kick this ball with me. I'm not doing it. I ran circles around her.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Okay, so let me see. Okay, if you could choose to be anything, no limits on cost, education, or feasibility, what would it be?
Retired.
Karen.
I'm going to retire in 1 year and 5 weeks, but who's counting? I'm going to say retired. What the heck? I'm going to say retired. That's what I'm going with.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I wonder who I'm going to call on first. Let's see how long it's gonna. No. Okay. Karen's got it. Okay. What about you, Jackie?
Movie maker, like, to make movies. I see these things. I just don't have the technical ability to do them. I don't know how to describe it. I can't even describe it, but I would make movies.
I can
picture movies because
I can
we have a
picture
YouTube channel.
Yes, you should. You should start up a YouTube channel and then you can make movies.
I did. Yeah, that's fun, but it's not what I mean.
No, it's not the same.
I'm learning though. I'm learning things, so it's great. It's great.
So are you going to be
a YouTube channel? What's the name of that YouTube channel, Jackie? What's the name of it?
The Carnivore Twins?
Oh, that's the name of it. Okay.
Yeah, the Carnivore Twins. You can see my early movies before I make blockbusters,
Okay, I'll keep watching out for your blockbuster.
I wouldn't do like big long movies. I'm talking short movies. I see them. I have ideas.
I love that. Okay, Kelly, what about you?
I'm going to tell the truth. I would literally, if I won the biggest lottery out there, I truly do not think I would change one thing from what I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm carnivore coaching and YouTubing, and I'm a mom, and it's the 3 greatest things I have ever wanted to do. Like, hand-picked these things exactly as I wanted to do them, and I would not change a thing.
That's awesome.
That makes up for your phone run. That makes up for your phone.
Thank you. I would actually change a few things. Like, I would get that tiger actually matted. It's not that I would change nothing in my life, but as far as what I do all day, how I spend my time, I don't think I would change anything.
I love that. That is such a good answer. Okay, so my answer would be a doctor. And the reason my answer would be a doctor is because I would think that people would listen to me and believe me a little bit more if I had those 2 letters after my name. That is legit the only reason.
That's a good reason. I like that.
Because I have a lot of doctors that I can talk to and explain things to them and educate them on. And so many times they'll tell me, you should have been a doctor. I started a little late in life, but
It's
that,
never too late. Never too
my husband keeps telling me that, and I'm like, babe, I barely have time to go to the bathroom. I do not have time to go to school to become a doctor. He keeps trying to talk me into it. And I'm like, well, then I got to stop with YouTube, and I got to probably stop with the Mighty Network. And he's like, nah, you're good. You're good. Like, yeah. If the Lord Almighty deems that that is what should happen, then it will happen. So
There you go.
until then, we're going to keep having Golden Girls meetings whenever you guys can actually get together
Yes.
and have fun. Okay. Let me see. What is the best thing, Kelly, you have ever created or made, minus children?
This tiger. Done. Okay. I wrote a blog once and I have made a YouTube channel, but I still think it would be really hard to beat this tiger. So I'm gonna go with that.
I love your tiger. I think it's the perfect answer. Okay, Jackie, what
Oh,
about
I knew you were gonna call me next, and I don't know what to say.
you? Can
Oh.
pass to Karen and think about it
Passing
while
to Karen. Passing to
Okay.
Karen.
pass.
Okay, now this is gonna
Karen,
sound
or is
weird.
it that way?
It's gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna say my friendship with Kelly and Jackie.
Oh,
Aw.
that's perfect.
I talk to both of them every day, and it's a very special relationship in
Yeah.
this carnivore world.
Can I just say something about? the
No,
friendship?
you
No.
passed.
Yeah, no, the friendship though, I have never had so many comments as about our friendship. I mean, seriously, people are like, and I feel for them, like, just go be friends with someone and just involve them in your life. I feel like that's what we do with each other. And it's been wonderful. And, you know, I have lifelong friends that I've known since I was 8 years old, but I am not as interactive with them as I am with these two at all. So it's really quite amazing to me how we can live so far apart and yet be so good of friends.
That was a good answer, you two. That's good.
Almost as good as Kelly's tiger.
I
Oh,
wouldn't go that far, but it was okay.
So is that your answer, or did you have another answer as well?
I think I like that answer too.
You're gonna stick with that?
Not trying to copycat my twin, but you know,
Piggyback.
yeah.
Well, on that note, I got to tell you guys how this whole group came about. Because I've been trying to think of, you know, who I'd like to do this with, kind of the group chat videos. And I was like, I want to do Kelly. Yeah, Kelly would be good. I know exactly who would go really well with Kelly. That would be Karen. And then I start talking to Karen on Instagram. I was like, yeah, I was thinking about having you and Kelly on. Who else should I ask? And she's like, Jackie. Holding the phone back. I'm like, oh, who's Jackie? She's like, what do you mean, who's Jackie? She's like, here. Sends me the Instagram. I'm like, oh, Jackie. Sorry, didn't know Jackie. So now I know.
I'm like the tag along little sister.
But you're so much fun, and you complete the set. You complete
It's
the trio.
fun.
So yeah, okay.
Thanks, guys.
So the best thing that I have ever made is, oh my gosh, there's so many answers I could go with. Okay, I'm actually going to go with the picture thing too. I'm very artsy. I drew this picture of this horse, and it was fantastic and gorgeous and like perfect. I gave it to my oldest son when he was like 8-10 years old. He broke the frame and he didn't understand the way that pictures and picture frames worked. So he threw the entire thing in the trash can.
Oh no.
And I didn't find out for almost a year later. We had friends over and I was like, hey, bud, where's that picture? And he goes, what picture? And I said, the horse. And he was like, It broke.
Oh
I
no.
was like, buddy, what do you mean it broke? I was like, the glass broke. Did you get hurt? And he goes, it happened. And he told me what it was. And I said, you know, the paper comes out, right? He lost it. He to this day is still like, I'm sorry I threw away your thing. He's the one that has the baby now. But he'll
Oh,
still feel really bad. So that was like the best thing that
You
I
didn't
ever.
take a picture of it? Oh gosh.
No,
I'm
moment of
sorry.
silence, everyone. Moment of silence.
I'll draw
Moment of
another one.
sadness.
I'll draw another one and I'll send it to you, Jackie, so you can take a
Okay.
picture of it for me.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So let me
The
see.
5 or 6?
What-
Was that
oh, no,
five?
that was 8. What did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Keep up, Karen. Try to keep up.
Okay. So I'm going to throw in a couple of extra ones in here. Kelly, how tall are you?
Oh,
5'8.5". So almost 5'9".
Okay, Karen.
5'1", just like my little twin. Knock it off, Hogan.
5'1".
Hey, this is big. He's big.
We're like bookends, and here's Kelly. She's the top.
Uh-huh.
We're like the bookends on either side.
I'm
How about you,
5'8".
Amy? What are
5'8".
you?
I'm 5'8". Yep.
Wow.
So you guys can be on
Wow.
the ends and Kelly and I will be in the middle. So I will be your temporary stand-in in Chicago then for the Chicagoland meetup, June 4th.
Hey,
If
awesome.
anyone wants to go meet us over there, that is available. The tickets are on what's it?
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite. Send
Event-
me a message, Jackie, a message, and send it to me. I'll steer you the right way.
And Kelly is not joining us this year.
I'm going to New Jersey with them in July. I'm going to New Jersey. Yes.
Hey, back on the beach. Yes.
Yes.
Just had to throw that guilt trip out there. That's all.
Thank you.
You can still come and surprise us. Yeah,
She could. She could. It could happen.
it could happen.
Dreams do come true.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see. So there now these are the more like in-depth hardcore questions. We'll do just a few of these and we need to wrap up because I know Kelly, you've got kids to get back to. So let me see. What keto approved foods cause you inflammation? I'm ready for all of them. Jackie.
That's easy. Probably, dairy. I don't know. I'm doing this experiment right now, beef water salt experiment, which, the first time I tried to do it a year plus ago, I couldn't even do it. But now it's seriously not a problem, easy. But I wonder when I add back in dairy, what's going to happen. So I have a feeling it does cause some inflammation because I feel like I'm running like a top right now and I sleep so soundly. I don't know if that's the difference or not, but first thing I'm going to add is butter. I want butter so bad. That's the one thing I really want. But you know what I found out is, when you cook ground beef in the air fryer and then all that fat in the bottom, I used to throw that away or put it in jars and use it for other things. I put that on the beef and it is the best tasting fat of all time. It's better than butter, better. Yeah. So anyway, I think it's going to be dairy, but really that's why I'm doing this experiment because I really want to know. Doesn't mean I won't ever eat dairy. It just means I'll know when I have it, here's what it's going to do. So
I love those kinds of experiments. I encourage everyone to do those kinds of experiments so that you know what works for your body. So Karen, what about you? What doesn't work for your body?
I'm going to say dairy as well. I'm playing around, very mild, like 4 times a month I'm having dairy and around holidays and this, that, and the other. And I'm going to say probably that. I might get a little congested if I have dairy and stuff. But like I said, I dropped, I told you coffee already, but I dropped salt for a couple months too, just to see if that would change anything. And it did not. So I'm just upped my salt very lightly. I'm salting now. But I just like to play around in the coffee. I was congested. I think it was that batch of coffee, that bag I had. And I was congested. Like, why am I congested? A couple days later, it was gone. So it might have been just that coffee that I had. but I figure I don't need it. I've been having hot water in the morning with a little Redmond's real salt in it, and brown butter. And then I'll either put it in a blender or whisk it with my little whisker. And that makes me happy. I tried with regular butter, but this brown butter is just a little
Is
step
that-
up.
Is that the bulletproof water?
It is.
Bulletproof water.
I call it brown butter water, but whatever. Yeah. And it makes me happy. I didn't have it this morning, but I've had it every other morning. When I stopped the coffee, I was doing the tea, but now I'm doing the brown butter water.
I love how you say coffee.
Me too.
That's my New Jersey accent.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Me three. Yeah, and Jackie, don't worry. A lot of people who cannot do dairy can actually do butter. So
Oh,
you may
good.
be able to go back to and have brown butter.
I'm really worried that eggs will be a problem. I hope they're not, but we'll find out when I add them back in. 'Cause
Yeah.
I love eggs and I can make so many different things with eggs. And yeah, that'll be after the butter. Eggs after the butter.
Eggs after the butter. That could be the title of this too. Eggs after the butter. Okay, Kelly, what about you?
So I never did keto. I went really close to strict carnivore, like from the get-go. And I haven't felt inflamed ever since I first cut out most everything. So I don't know. Dairy does give me a little acne, but I don't feel like I've never had joint pain. I don't feel inflamed. I just get a little bit stuffy. So I guess dairy would be it for me too, but not because I think some people could watch me like, wow, dairy is the worst thing in the world. It's just what else have we had, right? It's not like we've toyed around. If I'd had a lot of plants, it probably would be plants. I haven't. I don't know. So dairy's the only thing other than meat that I've had. And it didn't make me hurt. It just makes me a little stuffy and bumpy.
Stuffy and bumpy. That's Kelly's new nickname, Stuffy and Bumpy.
Actually, it's fluffy because I say dairy makes me just a little fluffy, stuffy, and bumpy. That's what dairy does to me.
There we go. Yeah, okay. Now we've gotten the whole picture here.
Yes.
So mine would honestly be any plant.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like some of them range from I get a little bit stuffy to I gain 4 pounds overnight to as violently ill as I have ever been in my entire life with worse pain than labor.
Oh
That's cabbage, by the way. That's cabbage.
Wow.
That was the first thing that I ever tried to bring back in when I did my super hardcore carnivore experiment. The first thing I tried was cabbage, cooked cabbage. I have never been that sick in my life, and I have never, ever, ever touched cabbage again with a 10-foot pole.
Your
That
body's
was-
bolted.
That was one of my big keto meals when I did, well, I call it low carb. I didn't always do keto, 20 carbs or less, but it was cabbage and Italian sausage, stir fried. That was like I loved it. Once a week for sure. Leftovers, a big batch of it. Ah, it's delicious, but I don't touch it now. Give me this sauce. Give me the sausage. Give me the sauce. Yeah.
I'm with you. I can do spices, most of them, not all of them. I can do sauces, some of them, not all of them, but all plants. That's why I'm still like 90 plus. Have you all heard Lady Carnivore say, she's like anything over 75% meat, I think technically is like the definition of a carnivore in nature. And I was like, well, then heck, I'm good for sure. Cause I'm like, what, 99 now? I got rid of everything else. I was like, nope, I'm good.
You're so carnivore.
You have a big keto following too, don't you?
Yeah.
Amy,
I
you
do.
have a big keto following, right?
That's honestly probably the most questionable stuff that I make that still could be carnivore would be like the carnivore noodles made with the egg white and then the gelatin and that kind of stuff, or the
I like it.
artificial sweeteners, the Hawaiian sweet rolls. Like a lot of people are like, that's not carnivore. I'm like, then I'm not carnivore, so that's okay. Because my kids love that stuff and I'd rather them eat that than the regular stuff,
Right.
So, and I have the time to make it. So but anything from a plant, honestly, I know it causes me problems but I know what the problems are and I know which ones to avoid like the plague. Cabbage would be the one. Okay. So let me see. Oh wait, I didn't mark that one down. That's 11. Okay, we got to get 2 more in before Kelly has
Two more.
Okay. How many grams of fat do you eat in a day?
Wow.
Someone asked this
Okay.
question. And I was like, nobody's going to know.
No.
I
I
could
mean,
go
okay,
get
so-
the package.
So yesterday I ate beef ribs, not quite half a stick of butter, 9 eggs. How many fat grams was that? A lot, because these were short ribs and they were very fatty. Today I've had ground chicken bars. I mean, it depends on the day. Really. I have no idea of an average.
And do
I
you
don't
just
know how
listen
much
to your
fat-
body? Do you just listen to your body? If you feel like chicken, you eat chicken. If you feel like pork belly, you eat pork belly.
Yes. Yes. Also, like what's on sale. So there's that.
Your body gravitates towards those lower prices right now.
Right. I'm listening to my body and my pocketbook right now, both at the same time.
Called multitasking.
Yes.
Fantastic.
That's how
Okay,
I-
Karen, go ahead.
I just had elk meat, ground elk meat for the first time tonight. And it was in a box and then, wrap package. But I'll have to look and see what the grams are and what the fat is. Not much fat at all, because I went to pour the drippings. At the end, there was like nothing there. I'm like, this is really, really lean. And it says it's elk meat and 3% beef. I'm like, what? So maybe I don't know why they put 3% beef in there, but
Flavor.
yeah, it could. Yeah. I think they put sardines in because it tastes a little fishy to me. I don't know about that.
That's
Yeah.
the gamey taste.
That's the
kind of
game,
an
yeah.
acquired taste.
Yeah.
It's called filler.
Hello. Yeah.
Possibly. What
Yeah.
about you, Jackie?
Okay, so this is kind of scary. I never looked at it, but it says, so I will eat 3 pounds of meat a day and 80-20 ground beef. It's not unusual to eat a whole 3-pound package, and 1 3-pound thing, the total fat grams is 272 grams of fat. Is that a lot?
I don't know.
Sounds like a lot.
Obviously, your body thinks it's just right enough.
233 grams of protein in one of those. So yeah, I mean, I don't eat that much every day, but there's some days I'll eat the whole thing.
Isn't that funny? There's so many
A
times
lot.
you're like,
Oh my God, I've never looked. I don't measure or look at anything at all.
I don't wanna. No, thank you.
No,
Well,
but when we order our half a cow, there's not nearly any fat in the bottom of the air fryer when I do the ground beef. So I know it's a lot leaner what they're giving me. In fact, we just ordered our next half cow, which will be end of June. And I said, I need more of the fat in there. Don't make it so lean, because I don't like that. I like the fat. The fat tastes good. So,
yeah. So for those of you who ask, do you have to stop eating fat to lose fat or to be healthy? Thank you, everyone. Your answer. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah,
we're good. Eat the fat. It's
Eat
okay. Yeah,
it
that's
tastes
your-
the best too.
That's your
got
energy.
all the flavor is in the fat.
The flavor and the energy. If you're going to keep up with Karen, you got to eat the fat. That's all there is to it. Okay. One more question and we will have beat the last group. So, okay. What is the best part of your story? You cannot say the people you've met because you already used that one. Jackie, you go first.
Me? The best part is how good I feel. When I first started, I was very sick and on a lot of medication for blood pressure and just so many pains. Getting up in the morning, I had what I called fat hands. I would wake up and I'd have to warm them up. They were just so inflamed. And there was a doctor that wanted to do carpal tunnel and all these things, because he said that must be the problem. And it all along was just inflammation, and my knees and my ankles had this, I don't know how to describe it, a grinding sound when I would, move them around, and they couldn't explain that. They did x-rays, they did all the things, nothing fixed that for years, and I was trying to do step aerobics. I remember my ankles just dying. And I felt like I had the energy to do it, but I couldn't do it because my ankles hurt so bad. And now, none of that. I feel amazing. So it's probably the best thing about this is I feel like I have a new, thing, new life basically. And some people have said, oh yeah, you've aged in reverse. And I truly believe I just stopped the aging and fixed what, the fuel that I put in my body, fixed everything. When you give your body the fuel it needs, it will fix those things that are wrong. And there's, autoimmune and all kinds of disorders that take much longer to fix, but the immediate improvement was no more heartburn. And I used to have debilitating heartburn. And I was one of those people with Tums in every drawer in my purse. I had my car Tums, I had my work Tums in my work drawer, Tums everywhere because I can't live without the damn Tums. Sorry. It was just like, I was a slave to that because it hurt so much. And I tried taking those omeprazole, the over-the-counter pills. Everybody take those, take them. And I couldn't because it made my stomach hurt for some reason. So I'm kind of glad I never took those, but I don't have any of those troubles. I don't take any medication. And I used to get high stress from going to the pharmacy. Those people just stressed me out. First, they make you wait for so long, and then they got your prescription wrong. And, I'm like, I'm going to end up having not enough for this trip I'm going on. And just the stress of the medication alone. And I don't take any of those now. So I feel, I get emotional when I think about it. It's just a blessing to have found Kelly, who led me to Karen and all of this. And I'm thankful for you. And I hope that other people find this too in some way. Just give it a chance. So anyway, didn't mean to bring it down to the tears, but that's me. I get emotional about it.
I don't know if anyone can follow that.
Well,
Karen, I'm
gonna be 60 this year.
That.
That's big. It's huge to be 60 and not on any medications.
And in no pain.
And no pain. No pain.
That's my thing. I'm 62 and I don't have any pain. I used to toss and turn in my sleep because my shoulders hurt, my hips hurt, my knees hurt, everything hurt. Toss and turn. Take ibuprofen before bed, take ibuprofen before pickleball, take ibuprofen all day long because I was so inflamed. I still did all these things that I did before, the pickleball, the biking, the hiking, the kayaking, but I did it in pain. And I don't have that pain anymore. I could sleep. Sometimes the stupid cramps wake me up that I get in my legs. But other than that, I sleep so well. And that's my big thing. I don't have the pain during the day, at night, and I can sleep. I met Kelly over 2 years ago. It was right when that big thing happened in our lives and we were all stuck at home. And she said, I'm looking for some good news to share. Good news. Who what? I sort of zeroing in on health. Who's looking to share some good news? And I'm like, I don't have any good. I don't have anything good. I've been doing this for 4 months. I don't have anything good. Then I sort of put it out again. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to type something up that maybe Kelly will read it. Maybe, whatever. She'll be like, I got to get somebody else. This is nothing. So I typed up a little something. She contacted me, but I was doing school stuff. I was at home school. And I didn't see it till like 2 hours later. I'm like, oh, Kelly Hogan messaged me back. What? You want to have me on? Are you kidding me? Are you available now? Yeah, I'm available now. Yes. So, I think I combed my hair maybe. And we did the chat. I'm like, oh my gosh, Kelly Hogan. I just thought it was so cool. And now look, the four of us are chatting. So I'm glad I did that at 4 months because every now and then I go back and listen to it. And I'm like, oh yeah, it helped me that. In 4 months, all these things helped me already. The pain was better. And I'm like, this is good to know this stuff. So anyway, go back and check that out. Kelly Hogan's My Zero Carb Life, April 2020. The topic was good news.
Sharing the good news. Yeah.
I'm at the 23-minute mark. Jackie's at the 1 second mark. Jackie's the first one on there.
Yeah.
I just so happen to know it. That's what I got.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Isn't that funny, Kelly, how people think we're so unattainable because we have a YouTube channel? and they're so like intimidated by us.
Well, now they have their YouTube channel, so they can feel the same way.
So now we can be intimidated by you guys.
That's right. Oh, how the tables have turned.
So what about you? What would your answer be?
Well, the very first part of my story was when I had stopped getting boils. I had used to get a lot of boils on my skin. It was terrible. So I cut out carbs, started eating meat. Those went away. That was huge. Then the second big part of the story was when I found out that if I stopped drinking diet sodas and artificial sweeteners, that I would have no more cravings. That was almost equally as huge because I was like mentally free. You know, the first part was a physical healing. Then that second part was a mental healing. And then this most, the last 12 years have just been like the talking about it part, where everything was really good ever since 2009. And it just gave me the chance to enjoy my life and try to share those experiences with other people. And I don't know, all three of those were pretty great. So I don't know which is my favorite.
And you had kids.
Well,
Wasn't it
yeah.
like you couldn't have before
Like the
that?
kids.
No, I didn't even have a period for 2 years. So
Yeah.
it's not like I was even really trying to have kids. There was nothing to even try at. There was no period at
Yeah.
all. And less than a year after starting actual real carnivore in 2009, I was pregnant and had Julia. So yeah, that's a good part.
So cool.
So I think for me, the best part would be finding my own worth and my own strength, because I did not think for a long time that I was worth much. I wasn't worth the fight because I was always on medication. I was always having a depressive breakdown or anxiety, and finding freedom from that and being able to function, and not only function, but point people in the right direction and be like, no, there is something better. I know it's so hard to believe because you always think it's all about the medication and what the doctors have said, and it's genetics and it's as good as it's going to get. There's something else out there. And if you're willing to come along with me, then maybe you can find it too. And I think that is my favorite part, because I get to see each of the Jackies and the Karens and the Kellys as they find their favorite part. I get to be a part of it. And I love that now as a community, whether you're keto, whether you're carnivore, if you are moving in the right direction for your health and you are taking control of your health, I think that we are all a part of this big, huge family that want better for ourselves and want better for one another. And so I want to bring our community together, one group at a time. No matter how we eat, we all want the same thing. We want healing and health for every individual person, and to support one another in doing that. So I just want to thank you ladies so much for coming here today. This was so much fun to have the three of you to be included in your little trio, to let me kind of, bomb for a little while. I kind of like weaseled my way in there, but thank you so much all for coming. And I hope that everyone out there in YouTube land enjoyed it as much as I did.
Thank you, Amy. That was
Sure.
fun. Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
time.
So
Thanks for having us.
we will definitely keep in touch. I will put everybody's links down below for all YouTube channels, IG handles, anything else you want to give me. I will put it down there for everybody. And we will see you guys all on the way. Bye,
Awesome.
guys.
Amy,
Bye.
thanks for having us.
Okay.
Karen always wants me to mess up on purpose just so I can have bloopers. I'm like, I'm sorry, Karen. I'm too good for that. No,
I'm
just
too
kidding.
perfect. I have no bloopers. Well, now you're in Amy's bloopers too.
I'm okay with this.
Hilarious. I love the bloopers. Those are my favorite.
I don't think I own a hat, so I can't.
That's ridiculous.
I don't.
Everybody needs a hat.
You
Right?
need to buy a My Zero Carb Life hat in about a week from now when I pick them all up.
As soon as you pick them all up, I will absolutely buy a My Zero Carb Life hat from
Much
you.
pleasure.
Okay.
The wings flap. That's so
I'll
cute.
do it again, Karen. Oh, there it is.
That is got to be the most fun hat. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
You have
That's for
hats. What
kayaking.
am I
That's for
talking
kayaking.
about?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
favorite kayaking. I have lots of kayaking.
Oh, I gotta turn on one more light. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you gotta unplug your computer, so you're good. Okay. Oh, and Kelly, Layla's mom says hi. Little Layla.
I know little Layla. She's so
Okay.
cute. She's got a cow necklace from me.
She was like, tell Kelly I said hi. I'm Layla's mom in case she doesn't remember.
I do. I hugged both of their necks.
Okay, you ready for this?
Ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, that's a
yeah.
hat. That's a
I
hat.
live in Wisconsin, y'all. There couldn't be a more appropriate hat.
I have a
But
hat a lot
I'll
like
tell
that.
you, we don't call that a hat where I live. Karen knows what we call it.
A toboggan.
It's a
That's a-
toboggan. That's
Oh.
right.
My oldest moved to Indiana, and we never in California or Arizona we call these beanies. These are beanies. He moved to Indiana. They're called toboggans.
Yes.
We got into the biggest debate about what is a toboggan, and I'm like, no, it's a sled. He's like, no, it's a hat. I'm like, no, it's a sled. No, it's a hat. I googled it, and then of course, Urban Dictionary's like, it's a hat. I'm like,
I know that. I thought it was a southeastern kind of thing. They don't say that in Indiana. They're wrong.
I'm glad somebody in Indiana's right. That's good to hear.
That's Indiana. It's not Illinois.
Close enough.
I
Just did a
had
story.
I
said
had that
start out-
bison, ground bison.
I've had
Bison. I didn't mind bison. I
I
didn't mind.
like the flavor.
This tasted like ground beef at the start. Then it tastes like somebody put fish in it.
Oh
Like,
no.
I'm like,
Nope.
no.
I had I ordered grass-fed cow one time, a quarter of a cow, and it tasted like fish, the whole cow. I can't speak to the whole cow, just my quarter. My quarter tasted like fish.
Really?
Invite
I'm
me
gonna
next
take-
time. I'll take
Just
them.
for the fun of it, I'm gonna take a picture of us since I don't want you to say anything different. All right, one more. Okay, see, I did something.
Nice.
Go.
Very nice. I appreciate Karen because she also takes pictures. I really love that.
Brandon the air fryer. I think I'm gonna have to have a picture of Brandon the air fryer just so I can pop him up for everyone to be
Okay.
able to see. So
Yeah.
please send
Send
me
you
one.
one.